Hello guys, hello, and welcome back to the Vibecast. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves out there and prepare to enjoy yourselves just a little bit more. Alright, let's go ahead and get her kicked off here. Oops. Well, the game doesn't seem to be up. Let me fix that for you. Oh, here we go. It was hidden for some reason, but... Oh, it's because I was playing Stardew last time. Okay. Alright. Well, let's just jump right into it. As the namesake of this episode, rolling with the punches, we are rolling with them immediately. Alright, no little jobs to do, so we're just gonna jump right into the big job here. From Mr. Denver Drill. Our fire station's as mucky as a pig pen. Ordinarily, we just break out a few crates of the cold stuff and let the strong arms and hoses have it. Ooh. But what with being sent here and there and everywhere in search of the mayor's dang cat, we just don't have the time. I'm messaging you from the lower branches of an oak tree at the Green River that I can already see that has no cat in it. Your name came highly recommended. Thanks, Denver. Alright, Denver, I got your lazy ass. That's what I'm here for, right? We gotta make money somehow. What is up, Lexi? I hope you're doing pretty, at least pretty okay this evening. Very okay. Even good would be preferable, but we'll take what we can get around here. Alright. I was looking at this and thinking that this is going to be a quick one, but as we go to the back here, one may begin to notice that this is a pretty sizable edifice. Plus we have this here, and we gotta clean the inside of it too? What? It goes all the way up. I guess this little tower thing is where they do drills. Wow. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can eat myself up off of the... Come on. The Assassin's Creed thing. Alright, well I can't eat myself off of the top, but I can do this. The stairs are too close together, I can't fall through the center. Oh well. Yeah. Oh, I was going the wrong way. KC Yo Mao. Hey everybody. Your Maoist in here tonight. Free Harmon. That is right, free Harmon. I was gonna get into that in a little bit further detail once we really got going here, but yeah. Harmon has fallen on some hard times with his Facebook account. The CWG Facebook page, the Comedy Writers Guild podcast page, is no more. Harmon's profile is in a state of zuck. He cannot do anything with it at the moment. But Harmon wanted me to tell you guys not to worry. He will be back, probably on a different account, and we're gonna do CWG one way or another. I don't know the specifics of how that's gonna work out. That's something I'm gonna have to talk with him about tomorrow or maybe later this evening. But don't worry, guys. CWG is not going anywhere. Not this week, not ever. We're gonna figure it out. But, yeah, I guess, the Illuminati doesn't like us very much. Which that's alright. if the Illuminati did like us, that means that we just fucking suck. Yeah. So how's your days going? Can we talk about the new redheads trend and how we discussed that joke concept a couple weeks ago? No, because I don't know what you're talking about. If I remember correctly, I said something like Genghis. I'm sure that what you are talking about is very funny and cool and awesome based red pilled. But I don't know what you're talking about, dude. He needs to talk shit via proxy so main account doesn't get banned, chestnut checkers. Don't worry, Harmon has nothing if not multiple Facebook accounts, so... Like, the fact that the Harmon Comedy account is gone is a minor setback. The only thing we really lose there is all of his followers from that. But those can be recovered. Harmon has lost accounts before, changed accounts, other such things, like... But Harmon, he doesn't really need his account for the podcast anyway. The big loss in that was the loss of the CWG Facebook page, because in order to go live from a Facebook page, you have to have at least 100 followers, and you have to have, the page needs to have been in existence for a minimum of 60 days. So that sucks. So what we'll probably do instead is go live from another one of his profiles or my profile, possibly even like the FireDjinn Facebook page, which in order to do that, the FireDjinn Facebook page, I don't have 100 followers on there yet. So if that's the angle we're gonna take, I might need your guys' help to boost the page up so that I can get 100 followers by Thursday, which shouldn't be a huge task, but I don't know, it would be cool if that just sort of happened regardless. But it is what it is. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna like barely even remember that this happened 2 months from now. It's all good in the neighborhood. Or at least it will be. It's gone viral. I don't know what's viral right now. Like, all I do on the internet is watch Warhammer 40k lore videos and pornography, and that's pretty much the extent of it. Not a whole lot else to do. Like, the viral trends, I don't know, they come and they go, and they're usually... Modern day memes seem pretty forced, honestly. That's super snobby and elitist and boomerish of me to say, but I feel that I speak the truth here. But anyway, what's going on with you guys? What punches are you guys rolling with that you wish to discuss anyway? No harm, no foul if you're going through something that, you kind of want to play your hand close to your chest at the moment. There's one thing I've been going through, but I don't know. I kind of want to wait until there's more people in here before I have that talk with you guys. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep hosing down this inexplicably filthy fire station. But yeah, I don't know how they let, like, a fire station or any building doesn't get this filthy overnight. They haven't been chasing around the mayor's cat for that long. And, like, this place literally has fire hoses. Like, fire hoses are, like, they kind of are pressure washers. Like, maybe not super precise or the same level of pressure as, like, a pressure washer, but boy howdy, they do have water pressure, and they could have got the majority of this grime off themselves. Use the wide angle to just get the surface layer off. Ha, rolling with double ha, close to my chest. It's the 5-alarm chili. Hell yeah, Zach, that is what's up. I would love to. I haven't had chili in such a long time. To be honest, chili's one of those things, like, there are certain dishes that I don't eat it unless, like, I know the person who cooked it, or I just really, really trust the restaurant. Chili is one of those things, because either it's gonna be awesome and delicious, or I'm going to spend the next 24 hours shitting my pants. Like, I know that, like, for example, if it's my mom's chili, it's gonna be awesome, it's gonna be delicious, and, you know, I'll still shit my pants a little bit. It's not even chili if you're not shitting your pants a little bit, you know? But, it's not like apocalyptic levels of pants shitting, which is what, like, Skyline chili, for example, will do to you. You know what I mean? But yeah, my mom's chili is good, and yes, I don't feel as if there's any real debate on the subject. Yes, beans do belong in chili. Why would you not? Like, if there's no beans in the chili, it's just like, I don't even know what you would call that. Just like hamburger meat with a little bit of hot sauce in it? I don't know. It ain't real chili to me with no beans. But my mom she does more than just put, like, ground beef in it. No, we don't stop there. Like, sometimes it gets, like, some, there's, like, some ground pork or sausage, like Italian sausage or chorizo, and, venison sometimes when we can get our hands on some. It was easy back in West Virginia. I don't know where she's gonna find deer meat out in the Caribbean. But yeah. Venison chili is certifiably based. Not to mention all the correct seasonings and spices. Man, I ate an entire, like, one of those California Pizza Kitchen, like, white pizzas. It's got, like, spinach and artichoke in it. It's really good. It filled me up, but I just made myself hungry as shit again. This is, like, the reason I used to be 70 pounds heavier, just talking myself into being hungry like that. But thankfully I have you guys here to keep me in the seat instead of going up to, I don't even have the ingredients to make chili. Like, I only have an average level of income. I can't afford, like, meat anymore. The only protein I really get is from, I like them, the Kroger brand popcorn chicken. I think it's even better than the name brand shit. The breading is better. It's still got, like, chunks of, like, whole chicken. It ain't ground up shit. Just take some of that. I fry it up in the air fryer, and then I put it in, like, a plastic freezer Ziploc bag, right? And then I put some barbecue sauce, or lately what I've been doing instead of barbecue sauce is I put some of that P.F. Chang's teriyaki sauce in there, a little bit of hot sauce, some of that salsa Valentina, and then I shake up the bag and swish it all around inside of there, and then I get, boom, mini boneless popcorn wing nuggets. Know what I'm saying? I'm doing fine, I think. I woke up just in time for this. Just in time, Zach. Yes, thank you. Hey, everybody. What's good, y'all? You know what's good, Kyle? You are, dude. You know, and I spent a lot of time thinking about this last night. But, you see, here's what I think is
Kyle Yankowski's Secret to Success. And Zach, you're gonna want to clip this one. Clip it, Zach. The secret to Kyle Yankowski's success, his demeanor, is he practices a practice that is known as, and y'all better be taking note, nut retention. He retains the nuts. You don't spill it. And for some of us, such as myself, a practice like that, it's pretty impossible. But Kyle, he's got something I don't. And he has, like, a constant, permanent, unchanging state of post-nut clarity. Post-nut clarity. Y'all know what that is, right? I'm not gonna, like, explain it. But you might be thinking to yourself, post-nut. That means after the nut. But what lies beyond the nuts, viewers? I will tell you. What lies beyond the nut is the yam. For God said in the beginning, I am what I am. Moving on. I got pretty zooted last night and wrote all of that entire Yankowski post-nut monologue down in my joke book. I practiced it a little bit this afternoon. That's the closest thing I've done to stand-up comedy since Kill Tony was in town. Oh, you thought about me last night? Yes, I did. I think about you every night. Estrada, my arch nemesis. You good, right? Limfel, I gotta finish writing a 3-minute set for tomorrow. Oh, you doing a mic tomorrow, man? That's what's up. I keep on forgetting, like, where are you located again? Like, what... Would I know the comedy club you're going to? If you need help with the writing, I will help you. Not only myself, but the whole CWG fam will help out with that. That's what we're here for. That's like the whole purpose behind our existence. Sauced in the city. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm not super familiar with the format of Sauced in the City. Like, I've been meaning to watch Harmon and Bacon's episodes, but I just ain't really got around to it. I'm not super sure what platform they're even on. I do know that they go up on Thursdays, which, you know, minor party foul, but you know, there's only so many days of the week, so you can't really fault them for doing it on a Thursday. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. That's okay. Like I said, we're all here to help. In fact, let's do some CWG shit right now. So, let's start with, like, a concept. Like, what concept do you want to go with? Do you want to do bits about, what is uniquely Yankowski? Like, cooking, positivity, Blue Lotus? What's the angle here? We're gonna get through this together. I'm gonna rally the powers that be and the ones that are. But yeah, like, also, I'm totally unsure of what, like, the format of Sauced in the City is. I guess it's, like, what I know about it is that it's kind of like a game show, from what I hear. Which, that's a cool concept. I like that. I was just talking about life stories. Well, I don't know your life stories. Apart from you used to be an emo kid, and you looked absolutely different. That was crazy, that high school picture you sent of yourself. I never would have looked at that picture and made the Vegas connection that it was you in that picture. Well, it doesn't have to be a set, it just needs to be funny. Allegedly. Well, I mean, what even is a set apart from just like words that are funny? You know what I mean? Fucking love this attachment. Hang on. I'm gonna take a moment just to appreciate the majesty of the swirly attachment. God, that's so fucking majestic. Love me a good swirly. There we go. Talking about my healing crystals in the bedroom and some things like being hit by a dude in Italy. I had to put my Heelys in overdrive to get to school that day. Wait, what? Tell us about the getting hit by a guy in Italy story. I remember that there was a story about you getting it on a little bit in Italy. But if there was a part relating to, you know, getting hit by a guy, I thought that you were the guy doing the hit. I mean, the guy who hit you must be done. Well, I guess that might have been before you transformed officially into Treddy Mills. Might not have been as fit back then. But these days, you gotta be stupid to mess with Treddy. IRL, those swirly attachments will chew through wood if you get too close. God, I want a real power washer so bad. One of these days, I want to live in like a house, and I want to buy a pressure washer and pressure wash it. We'll do like an IRL Vibecast, just someone following me around with a camera while I, you know, pressure wash my driveway or something. That would be fucking legit. Even if just the living in a house bit. Because one thing that I really think would take this channel to the next level is me being able to yell and scream and make a huge scene in the place where I live. Because right now, even when it's not during quiet hours, I still want to be at least like kind of a good neighbor. I've had so many neighbors be a bad neighbor to me, and the one I have right now is actually pretty cool. I think it's like a chick who lives alone, and the only problems I really have is like, I don't know, like once every month or so, she invites over some dude to like yell at her or something, I guess. But besides that, it's been straight. She's the only good neighbor I've had in the, 4 years that I've lived in this apartment? And I want to remain on good terms. Howdy y'all. Talmage! What up, Talmage? To get to school, is that where the person hitting you was? Be honest and Kasky. I guess State Farm wasn't there. You need a Jake neighbor? She's straight, she's straight. Yeah, this is actually going quite smoothly and quite quickly. Almost come full circle here. For the bottom half, anyway. The upper half might be a little bit tricky. especially in the places where I can't, like, bring the scaffolding. But yeah, now that we've got a fair amount of people in here, I might as well go ahead and tell the story. So, I don't know, and I've already explained this to Zach, how many of you noticed during the last episode of CWG that your boy was kind of off that night? I was not feeling good. And it wasn't like a physical ailment like it was with the Thai food that one time. About... Hey, those tricks still love spraying your jet around? Mr. Harpershaw, you gay. But that's fine, we accept it. Where was I? But yeah, about 5 or so minutes before the last episode of CWG went up, I just got like an email notification pop up. And the email notification said that I essentially lost all of my federal financial aid for school. Excuse me. And I thought, like, for sure, that had to be some kind of... That was beautiful and satisfying, wasn't it? I thought for sure that that had to be some kind of mistake. It was not. I did. So the reasoning for it is that I was off my, what they call, pace. Which, even though, like, out of my 3 classes last semester, I got an A, a B, and I thought it was another B, but it turns out it was a C, which is fine. It's still a passing grade. Which gave me a 3.0 grade average. Which, you know, that doesn't disqualify me. As long as I keep it above a 2, I'm good to go. But I did a little bit of reading into it, and what they don't care about my grade point average, they care about my cumulative GPA. And I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I did go to school before I went to the school I'm at now. This was back when I was like right out of high school. It was 2009, and I don't know, I think I had like 5 classes, and I fucked around. I didn't pay attention. I didn't even go to almost any of the classes, and I failed them all. So, like, my cumulative GPA was a 1.2. Like, even if I had got straight A's this past semester, it still would have, like, knocked me out of the running for any federal aid. However, it turns out that I wasn't really using federal aid anyway. The scholarship that I got is actually from the state. And I wasn't, you know, gonna find out whether I was still good for that, but the state scholarship is a lot more rational in its approach. It's called the Tennessee Reconnect Scholarship. And as long as, you know, I maintained a good GPA, you know, since going back, I'm still good for it. So I was really worried. I thought that I was going to have to explain during the stream. And by the way, I didn't find out for sure that I still had the Reconnect Scholarship until, again, about 5 minutes before this started. So I'm good. I am perfectly good to go again. Fuck the federal aid. Never needed it. It wouldn't have really even helped me that much anyway. But yeah. We're straight. But yeah, I really wish that I didn't let that information just ruin an entire podcast for me. Which sucks, because I really wish I was more alive and awake for that particular podcast. Trey and Lindsay are such awesome awesome, awesome fucking guests. Like, every word that comes out of both of their mouths, especially Trey, is just pure gold, and I really wish I would have taken it upon myself to enjoy it a little bit more and be a little bit more in the moment, you know? But anyway, I'm sure we'll have those two on again. A lot. Oh, back to the comments here. Let's see. To get to school, is that where the person... Oh, wait, no. I already read that. Okay, there have been no comments. Word. Alright, yeah. Where do I want to go? Let's clean up. You know what? F this ladder. Let's get the scaffolding. Just pick it up from way the fuck far away. And is that really as close as I can get it? So be it. They just wanted to stress me. Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, they didn't make it clear at all that, you know, the federal aid that, I mean, the, because they didn't even use the words federal aid in the email. They just said that I was ineligible for financial aid. It wasn't until I had a conversation with someone in the actual financial aid office that it was cleared up that the state scholarship is still potentially and eventually was good to go. One of the reasons I didn't want to go by my first name, first time I listened to CWG, I kept hearing my name and it was throwing me off. Kept thinking I won. Yeah. I know how that can be. Especially given that, like, I don't have, like, the most common first name. So every time I do hear anyone say my name for any reason, I always, like, kind of turn and look. I can't really help it. Alright, let's go around and clean this side. Hopefully I can fit it. There we go. I really wish that there was more and like better people that had my first name. Cause I don't know. The 2 or 3 straight guys at work, they all call each other by, like, their correct first name, but in entirely different last name. And they keep on calling me Travis Scott. And I'm not the hugest Travis Scott fan. I'm not gonna complain about it like a bitch. I really wish that they would call me, like a cool Travis, like Travis Pastrana instead. It's that or Travis Matthews, which is this boring-ass, like, golfing brand that costs way too much money. There's some people that swear by the like Travis Matthews golf shirts, but you can buy like the same shit from Roundtree and York, like their performance lineup, and it feels just as nice. And honestly, I don't think I've ever even really given Travis Scott's music a chance, but all I know is that, like, he was doing a concert a few years ago, and there were people, like, literally getting suffocated and trampled to death in the audience, and he was like, oh wow, that's crazy, anyway, rap song, rap song, rap song, rap song. It was not the greatest look. Kinda based, not gonna lie, a little bit based, but it's not something that I love my name being associated with.
scatter spread.
There we go. The wide angle is actually pretty useful when you're like right up on it. This medium angle one never gets any action. I should give more love to the medium angle attachment. But yeah. I'm still a bit worried about what we're gonna do for CWG on Thursday. We're gonna do something. But, I don't know. It remains to be seen. It might end up that we're, like, back on YouTube again and doing it like how we did in the original format, which is a huge, huge, massive fucking pain in the ass. Especially now that we've grown so much. We are just gonna do it on YouTube. Oh, I'm a psychic. But, hi, Harmon. Yeah. It's just the process of going through, and we have to, like, we can't really skip any comments. And there's so many more of you now than there were in the beginning. Well, I guess not that much anymore, but there's still quite a lot of you, and y'all are quite verbose at times. And I would hate to miss, like, some fire, because, like, there's been some times recently since we've done it on Facebook where me and Harmon will go through and we read off, like, a bunch of the funnier comments. And then I go through and look at, like, who got the most reactions. And then I find that the person who eventually won, I completely overlooked them when I was going through myself. And yeah, I would hate for one of those scenarios. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. It will be great. You will enjoy it. I will enjoy it. We will all very much enjoy it. But, y'all might have to look out for another, like, 3-ish hour episode. Alright, let's go ahead and get up on the roof. La-dee-da-dee. But yeah, I really need to catch up on, Sauce in the City. I at least need to watch Harmon and Bacon's episodes. Like, what is that even on? Is it, like, on YouTube or something? Here we go. It's, like, cool and fun. I hope they invite me on sometime. That would be dope. I've never been invited on anyone else's podcast before. Would be interesting. If I were to be invited on anyone's podcast ever, I really, 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 above all else, I want to go on the Danny Brown show, man. I feel like I got a lot to talk about that not a lot of other podcasters besides him would really understand. Because I didn't realize that, you know, Danny Brown, he's down with, like, video games and anime and nerd shit, cool shit like that. Like Theo Vaughn, Tim Dillon, Joe Rogan. They ain't gonna talk about Gurren Lagann with me. And that shit is the single greatest thing ever produced for a television screen. On God, if y'all ain't never watched Gurren Lagann, you are lacking. Like, legit, that show changed my life. On God, on God. Per prompt, of course. The unfortunate... Oh, hang on, I'm way behind. I'll keep it under 30 comments. The unfortunate part is that we are going to have to pick our top 3 and have them vote on that. Yeah. Sadly, it won't be chosen by the viewers for now. But I guess one positive about doing it on YouTube is it really broadens our audience, because even though most of our base is on Facebook, like, Facebook is largely responsible for CWG's come up, we can reach a much broader audience on YouTube. Like, more people are gonna watch it there. It's more accessible from, like, people's TV sets. And then they can just pull up the comments on their phone. And it's not like Facebook where it just pretty much has to be on their phone or computer, and then they have to navigate away from it to do other stuff. We'll see. It might be a resounding success. But it would also be very lovely if I could have, since I can't, like, you know, rest on the laurels of you, the audience, picking the best comment, having someone copying down all of the comments for me so that I can focus on, I don't know, being a part of the conversation. The amount of, like, conversations that I just totally missed on CWG because I was too busy copying down the good ones. And the more the podcast grows, the more difficult that gets. Like, lately, I get to the end of these, and we go back through them, and there is so much gold that I just went right over my head. Excuse me while I put in a vape chaw. Oh, that's the good shit. But, yeah. Either way, it shall be fine. There we go. Let's do this top part of it. I've probably got to clean this gross-ass ladder. Hey, if I got a screenshot and send the best, I'll do what I can then. That would be very lovely, Zach, but I'll have to give you, if you are up to the task, we'll definitely discuss it later and I'll give you more specific instructions. It might, I'll be honest, man, the work that needs done, it might need to be done with the quickness of two hands. But you've impressed me before, you may impress me again. I've seen what you can do with a single hand, Mr. No Breaks Estrada. Either way, much love and appreciation even for offering to help. And yeah, I wish I also... Hey, if I got a... Oh wait, no, hang on. Amanda said that, not Zach. Yeah, okay. My bad. My eyes have failed me. But also, about this podcast, one thing that I've done, like, every week for weeks now before going live is almost every episode I've been aiming to shake things up and try something new. And this week, the new thing that I'm trying with this episode is not doing a damn thing new. It's just pretty much business as usual today. And honestly, I think I kind of prefer it that way. Like, the Vibecast is for vibes. Not necessarily for sauce or saving the Cyrodiil Empire. Just, kind of chilling and power washing. and it is good. Now, as I was saying previously in last week's episode, there is definitely a place for that other stuff. Like, once the new school semester starts here in the first week of June, the schedule is going to change. Vibecast is going to move from Tuesday nights to Wednesday nights, same time, 8 p.m. Central. But on Monday, I'm going to do a new special other thing. I don't even want to call it a podcast because that's not what it is. It's just going to be like a game stream. It's going to be less about like interacting with you guys, the audience, which is not to say that I won't. It's just that I'm going to be like doing that between other shit. But yeah, I'll probably pick up on Elder Scrolls again. Maybe do some more Stardew Valley. I might do more Stardew Valley here. I don't know. I felt like it went well the last week's episode, but I want to be able to give like my undivided attention to you guys. And I can't do that if I'm focusing on more than just like washing up dirt spots and power wash. But yeah, all of the experimental shit is gonna be for the Monday stream. So the Monday stream is going to be happening at 6 p.m. Central Time, and it is going to go for no longer than 2 hours, because at 8 o'clock on Mondays, you guys remember how like every Monday evening, or at least the Monday evenings that I was available, we would all get on Discord and I would stream Kill Tony for you guys? Well, guess what? That shit is coming back, and it's coming back big. We're going to be streaming Kill Tony again on the CWG Discord every single Monday, at least for the summer when my schedule allows it. How's that sound? Good, I hope? Yeah, Zach is pretty talented with one arm. What I've been doing to try and catch live stuff is running my phone, laptop, and projector to unmute just to catch stuff when I hear some funny off screen. Yanks, you're welcome. Sorry I zoned out. What'd you say? I'm wondering if Bacon still has googly eyes on from earlier. I mean, I don't know. I thought she always had them. They malfunction sometimes. Like that one time, the first time she ever came on the Discord. Those, were not very functional like then. It was like the blinker on a BMW. But yeah. Anything can happen. She doesn't. Oh no. Sorry, I love this little riff on this song. But yeah, KT Monday, it's happening every Monday, all summer long. I would love to work out my fall schedule to where I can keep my Mondays open so the KT stream never has to go late. Or better yet, maybe I can get a sponsor for the Vibecast and quit that fucking job and just have Mondays permanently open from now until forever. Because that's the long-term goal. I want to do, like, 2 streams a week, the Vibecast and then the other one. Do KT live on the CWG Discord, and then of course, you know, the CWG podcast as always. And then, like, I also want to get to a point where I have like a dedicated full-time video editor so I can do like some pre-recorded content on here, and boy oh boy do I have ideas for some pre-recorded content. It's just very, very long and intensive video editing. But yeah, I'm about to start hitting people up for some sponsorships. Because I don't 100% love the company that I work for. I like what I do, but I feel like I've done enough of it, and I want to move on to the next thing. Which is this. I mean, if this never pans out for me financially, I'm still gonna keep doing it. Like, I don't have to go live every week for the Vibecast. I just like to go live every week for the Vibecast. Even when I'm not super feeling up to it, I think I've said this before, but pretty much every time before I go live, I have just something inside me go like, I don't want to do this. I want to continue sitting on the couch doing jack shit, doing nothing to advance my life, my goals. But about 3 seconds into every stream, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm in this, we're out here, I'm loving it. Let's take that love and spread it all around. You know what I mean? Same thing with CWG too. Yes please to the KT watch parties, missed those, even though I finally got my guy to start watching it for, watching the first half of KT with me. It's about time. And when the kids are old enough, I hope they're in it too. Just emailed your boss a clip of what you said, and I'm pretty sure it counts as a 2 weeks notice. My boss is well aware of my feeling towards that job. She's even more aware of my feelings towards that job than you guys are. Don't worry. Like, I actually really love the shit out of my boss. She's a fucking awesome person. Probably one of the best, possibly the best boss I've ever had. It's the company itself that I do not like. Like, everything that I don't like about my job is the responsibility of a person that I've never spoken with before.
I can't help but notice your ad says power wash. Do you realize that involves hot water? You should change the wording on your ad to pressure wash, unless you're... Son of a bitch.
But I didn't know that there was a distinction between power washing and pressure washing. Putting a little love in it. I'm putting a lot of love in it, Kyle. Can't even fit all the love. Too much. That's why I gotta spread it around. The timing on that. Alright, let's see. Let's do this over here. Ooh. Wasn't sure I was gonna make that one. How's y'all's evenings going tonight? I hope it's going pretty good. Aside from, you know, obviously watching this, what have y'all been up to? What have y'all been doing to advance your goals and roll with the punches being thrown your way? Because I had never met a single person in my life, even, you know, people in good circumstances, that ain't rolling with some type of punches. I rested and got the biscuit, haha. I was a little bit ballsy with dinner. Okay. Alright, Kyle. I need erotica levels of detail on the dinner you cooked yourself this evening. I was not let down by your dinner during the podcast last week. That shit looked epic. It always does, but, you know. That was very epic. I don't even fully remember what it was. I remember that it involved tempura, though. That's one thing about like the food that Yankowski cooks, is that I would never be able to tell what any of it is just by looking at like a picture of his plate. But then it gets into the detailed descriptions, and I'm like, okay, damn, yeah, that is fire. Food porn time? Yeah, I'd say it's food porn time. Hit us, Kyle. What's on the menu? Nacho says, haha, taco burrito bacon. I feel like bacon, like, one thing that I will give Taco Bell is that they're the only place that serve tacos that utilize bacon. Like, I get that bacon isn't like, you know, something that you would see a lot in Mexico, which if I ever moved there, that would change. But you can get carnitas and chorizo and other pork products there, chicharron, but never bacon. And it's the best part of the pig. Es la mejor parte del cerdo. Okay. Kyle Yankowski is making blackberry herbed salmon with mixed berries, golden beets, pine nuts, goat cheese, and onions. That sounds like I'm not a big like salmon, fish, seafood guy, but I would definitely try that. In fact, the last time I even attempted to eat salmon, I was still just a kid. My dad, and it just might be him and his Swedish genetics, but he was eating canned salmon, like salmon from a can that he put in the fucking microwave and expected me to eat it too. I ate about 2, maybe 3 bites of the canned salmon and threw up all over my plate. And I also remember that, like, you know those, like, bears that roll into small towns occasionally? Like, you know, they set up, like, the Ferris wheel and the tilt-a-whirl all held together by duct tape and Gorilla Glue and shit. I went to one of those pretty much immediately afterwards, still queasy from the quote-unquote dinner I had just eaten. Yeah. I made a fucking mess of that little carnival. Like, if you guys are ever trying to get out of work, you need to leave there early and go chill, bring a can of salmon to work. All you really need to, you don't even have to eat it, you just have to crack it open and smell it. And then bam. Throw up all over the place. Oh no, boss, look what I have done. Clearly, I am very sick and must return home. One thing I used to do when I was quite young, before I had quit doing drugs, is I gotta get the rust too. Damn, that's like in there, ain't it? Yeah, is this metal? Yeah, let me buy some metal cleaner. Is what? Yeah, I would go into work and, like I said, like I've told you guys before, I've never been a big fan of opioids, even back when I was on drugs and wouldn't have minded to. I still had stone cleaner left. Metal cleaner, yeah. Yeah, I would bring like a hydro or an oxy with me. And, is that it? Stone. I guess that was the only part with rust. Okay, well now I have some metal cleaner. But yeah, I would just pop like a hydro, and about an hour later, I was just visibly ill. That's just what that shit does to me. It's That's why I don't really like it. And yeah. I would get out of work just by being fucked up. And everyone at work knew that I liked to get fucked up, but they had also never really seen me on opioids before. I was always fucked up on, like, some ketamine analog, or I was tripping on psychedelics, or just, you know, smoking weed. In fact, I think that a lot of my coworkers from between, like, 2010 and 2015-ish just thought that, you know, the way I am when I was high on weed was just like my default state of being, which it kind of was. During those years, I was never not fucked up on some damn thing. Extremely rare to get a sober version of me, and the sober version of me was like very grumpy and sleepy, which is still true. But I'm just, once again, rolling with those punches. Who? Kyle's nuts? Yes, Kyle's nuts. Oh, wait, hang on. I got a lot of catching up to do on the comments. Yo, did anyone just hear a ghost? That was the sound of Kyle's hunger dying. Lol Lexi, no Lumpao. Yeah, a gay ghost. Chef Mike needs to retire. Chef Microwave. Yeah. Joke of the day, what noise does a gay ghost make? Boo. Boo. Cooking is the only time Kyle is nutting. That's fair. That's the way to live life. I think. I don't know. I could never live that life. Kyle, I've been a very good girl. That's debatable. Zach found an alternative to pine nuts. Who? Kyle's nuts? How good have you been, Lexi Lumphal? Who's burp counting? That was 3. Oh, hey. A gay ghost goes, boo. That's a malicious boo. You know what makes me visibly ill? A ghost makes the same sound as you do when you blow bubbles in the bathtub. No. Yo, you guys ever get a blowjob in a hot tub before? Very tricky situation. I almost drowned a bitch one time. That's one thing I do really miss about living with my parents. Is at their house, well, these days at my dad's house, got a hot tub. And that was fun. It was like a cheap hot tub that they picked up at like this place called the Mountain Mission. It's like a very West Virginia like local version of like Goodwill or the Salvation Army. Bought it for $250. It's still running. And I have been so fucked up in that hot tub so many times. The amount of times I almost died the same way, like exactly the same way as Matthew Perry, it's quite insane. I think the great Dr. John Lilly also almost did too much ketamine in a hot tub and died. But I'll tell you what though, it's a good way to go. It's like second only to death by snoo snoo. Ketamine in the hot tub. What was really fun though, like really, really fun, fucking DMT in the hot tub. Also, probably not the best idea. Because if you're submerged in water, you want to be, like, inside of your body, preventing it from drowning. But man, the beautiful shit I saw doing DMT in the hot tub, like, it wasn't like a breakthrough dose or anything, but, like, just looking at all the bubbles, and then, like, I swear I saw, like, this, like, dragon made out of diamonds come out of the bubbles, and God, I miss having, like, near unlimited access to a hot tub. That shit was gold. Y'all are really going with the comments. It's hard to keep up. I go, haha, Kyle's funny has been pouring out lately, Lamau. Blowing bubbles in a bathtub is super underrated. LOL at Travis, hot tub story. Fasting in a bathtub, geez, haha, very similar to a ghost moan. Fasting in... those aren't bubbles? Farting. Got you. Okay. No, but nuptials and an above ground pool is 100 out of 10. My parents, like, we used to have an above ground pool too, but when we were living in the house that had that, I wasn't quite old enough for nuptials yet. At least not consensual nuptials, not the kind of nuptials that one might enjoy as a 9-year-old boy. Bubbles is the guy's name, Lexi. Harmon, hush, I was setting up a joke and now you curb stomped it. Bahahaha, Harmon. Come visit. Bye first. I would love to come visit you, Zach. Truly. Just to see the garage and everything else, but like I want to experience the majesty of Zach's lab. Like I want to see Zach's lab even more than Dexter's lab. I want to see Zach's lab even more than Heisenberg's lab. Like Zach's lab is like my Hogwarts. So much magic happening. Alright, we need a quicker way to do this. Do this one and do that one, and I think I'm out. Yeah. Let's buy some more. Hit me with that multi-purpose. Oh. Let's empty this whole damn thing out. Yee. Well, I saved myself like 5-10 minutes doing this. There's some fucking nuptials for you. And I'm out. Okay. Yeah, look how much that got. I'm always, as long as the name's not Sean's or his dog's name, Heisenberg and mine are very close to the same thing. The plot thickens. So did my pee-pee. Yeah, Zach's lab, it's like Heisenberg's lab, but instead of methamphetamine, fucking, I don't know, DMT vapes or something? I don't know. There's a joke concept for you, Harmon. What type of drugs is Zach cooking in the lab? I would love to see, like, Kyle go full Heisenberg. just start producing pounds upon fucking tons of blue lotus extract.
You got that blue, Mr. Heisenberg?
Yeah, I got that blue. You got that tempura? That's another thing I really miss about, like, being a degenerate, is I never had, like, a lab, but I did help a guy out a lot with his. And this happened, like, well over a statute of limitations ago. But we did a lot of cool shit. Like, there was a lot of, I still don't want to incriminate myself. Let's say, extract of cactus being extracted. And, a lot of vapes of, various different things. One of which was, Beam. There was also analogs of psilocybin being put into various things, whether it was chocolates or vape juice or... Like, mushroom vapes are one of my favorite things. It wasn't like psilocybin, it was 4-ACO-DET, which is very similar in nature, slightly different in presentation, but a lot of the same feeling. One of my favorites was, it was actually 5-MeO. No, it wasn't. Yeah, 5-MeO MIPT, methyl isopropyltryptamine. Like, what that was, imagine, like, you know the feeling on mushrooms you get that feels like all light and warm and happy, and you just take that feeling, get rid of the rest of the psychedelic aspects, and turn it up to MDMA, like pure MDMA levels of that's what that was like. That was one of my favorites right there. Oh, I am so behind on these comments. Chunks. Fog Machine is running DMT vape. Fuck yeah. Damn, I just heard something again. Travis, is your channel haunted lol? What it might be is I do have my sliding glass door open. I've got noise suppression on my microphone, so the only thing coming through should be, like, just my voice, but I also live next to a fire station, and there was just a big storm, so what you might have heard could have been like a fire truck or an ambulance or something. I don't know. I've seen Zach light a cig with a laser. I'd say anything is possible in the lab. Anything is possible in the lab. The laser beam came from his fucking dick. What he's lost in limbs, he's gained in nut. I haven't had post-nut clarity since Nom. That's what I used to call the squirrels out in the backyard collecting nuts I threw out. Damn. Nice, Laser Zach. Sorry, Lexi, it was me. Yeah, I think that's my neighbors. Don't mess around with me. I'll light their curtains on fire from my porch. Fuck yeah. I always wanted, like, those really high-power lasers that you would see advertised online. I even tried to buy one time, and apparently you're restricted from being able to buy them in the US, which is fucking lame. I can't, like, pop people's tires with a laser, I just have to use my fucking gun. Such a shame. Ooh, we're almost done here. But yeah, I had big plans for my high-powered handheld laser. He's cooking up vegan bath salts. Yeah. Did y'all hear that? That was my neighbors screaming about something outside. It was cheerful screaming this time. That's a nice change of pace from the way that my neighbors usually are. Boom, all clean. Ooh, this is filthy. Normally when my neighbors are screaming, it's because someone's beating their wife. Again. I don't know what it is about here, this apartment complex, whatever is going on. People just love a good fucking domestic violence situation around here. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good beating of a woman myself, but only in a sexual way, not the fucking why's my dinner cold bitch way. That's no fun for anybody. I like a nice, good, consensual domestic abuse situation. You know what I mean? Or if you're any good at modding stuff, you can find a Blu-ray player at a garage sale for like $10 and make one yourself. That's the thing about like apartment living, is that I have my whole apartment is already at capacity. Like I don't have room for like even a Blu-ray player in here. Ah shit. Alright, where's the damn ladder? I think it's on the whole opposite side of the building. Can I run? Yes, I can run. Okay. Cool, it was just right there. Oh. There we go. We call that domestic violence. See? It's the kind of innovative thinking that we're all about here on FireDjinn Media. Domestic abuse. I got a friend, I've been trying for forever to get him to like be a part of CWG because he's funny as fuck. He runs this Facebook page called Boy Next Door. And one thing that he used to do a lot before, like, you know, he got zucked for it, was he would bruise the shit out of his girlfriend's ass and then post the pictures of the ass bruises onto Facebook. Now that is a fun, lighthearted, wholesome domestic abuse situation. We like that. That's a good thing. I'm here for it. Well, it sounds like the wives are the problem. Lexi, Travis thinks you're talking about an actual noise and not the tard in the chat. I am obviously missing the joke. That's alright. Sometimes it's better that I'm not in on certain jokes. I think I just got the joke, actually. Now, you guys can say and do what you want, but I am going to not address it. Y'all can handle that yourselves. As long as you're funny about it. If it's funny and cracking jokes and people are laughing, then, shit, I ain't gonna say nothing. And if anyone has the problem, they can be even funnier. And if they're having problems being funnier, then maybe they should maybe consider to fuck bitches and get funny. That's my advice for the problems in most people's lives. Fuck more bitches and get funny. It worked for me. It worked for you too. Alright, gotta get back up there. Yeah, I know you do. I'm just trying to get blocked on YouTube too. You don't have to read my comment, Travis. I apologize for bringing negativity into the Vibecast, but negativity brought itself here. I'm done now. Your voice has me in a trance. Lexi, stop. Like I said, you can say and do what you want as long as you are doing it in a fun, lighthearted, peaceful way. But yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and police the conversations of others. Not what this is for. And it's not what I like to do. Like, I try to be as a capybara in all aspects. Hang out with the predators and the prey. It's kind of chill. Alright. That's like everything, right? At least for the main part of the fire station. Do a quick walk around. I'm gonna bring this with me just in case. Thank you for what? You're welcome. Alright. This is all done. That still needs to get got. To get the scaffolding to do it. Oh, yeah, no, never finished that. Let's do this. Yeah. We're gonna need a wider angle. There we go. But yeah, thankfully, I don't have to close my sliding glass door because my power bill is high enough, which is crazy. I paid the same power bill for this little shoebox of an apartment as my parents paid for like a 3-story shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, technically 7, 8-bedroom house. Like, back when I was a little kid, living on the west side of Charleston, my parents, like, in exchange for, like, renovating and cleaning the place up, my parents essentially got to live rent-free in this giant, it was like originally built as, like, a boarding house. And like I said, 3 stories plus a basement. And the basement had like, I'm gonna describe the whole house from top to bottom. All right, so the basement, back in the Prohibition days, it was like a speakeasy, right? So it had like a bar, its own little living room, its own kitchen, bathroom. That basement was like double, triple the size of my current apartment, and that was just the basement. You go upstairs, and in the front room, like when you walk through the front door, it had like a little place that we converted into like, you know, an office, like a computer room. And attached to that was, it was literally like a hair salon, with like the deep sinks and like 2 barber chairs. And it was big enough to where I used to like ride around in my skateboard in there. Like I never even went outside to ride my skateboard hardly because, you know, pavement was bumpy and the tile floor in there was smooth. It was a lot easier. So that worked out until I got tall enough to hit my head on the ceiling when I did an ollie. And you go through that room, and then you're like in this big ass hallway, right? And on either side of the hallway, if you go to the left, there was like a big dining room. Go to the right, and that was the living room, big ass living room. Keep on going down the hallway, then you're in the kitchen and what we used for an actual dining room. And attached to that was me and my sister's playroom. And attached to the kitchen was, well, of course, there was the laundry room that led outside to the backyard, which we'll get to that in a second. And but in the kitchen, there was a pantry in there. And eventually, my dad, like, demolished the floor of the pantry, and then there was, like, the staircase leading down to that basement I was talking about earlier. Like, there used to be, like, a hatch in there that would get you down to the speakeasy. But yeah, and then you go up a flight of stairs, and, like, halfway up the flight of stairs, there was, like, a whole fire escape, which, you know, that was cool to just sit out on the fire escape porch. It was, like, kind of rickety, rusted metal, so it was kind of sketchy, but meh, fuck it. Hey guys, look, we're at 69% right now. But anyway, go the rest of the way up the stairs, you're in another hallway, and then in the hallway there's 6 doors. Like, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 to the back, and 1 right beside the stairway leading, that led up there. And 2 doors on the left, there was my parents' bedroom and the guest bedroom. And then the 2 doors to the right were my bedroom and my sister's bedroom. And attached to mine and my sister's bedroom, there was, like, it's what we called the sunroom, which was, like, where we kept, like, a whole bunch of extra toys and stuff, which we were hardly ever in there just because, you know, the sun hit it and there was no heat or AC in there, so during the summer months it got, like, extremely fucking hot, and winter months it got extremely fucking cold, so on and so forth. It was only habitable for half of the year during fall and spring. But anyway, it was still really cool nonetheless. And then, you know, there was, you know, the bathroom at the end of the hallway, but if you go up another flight of stairs to the attic, that was the cool part. Like, that's where my parents hid away to smoke a little smoke, you know what I'm saying? And there was even, like, a doorbell. Like, me and my sister, we had to ring the doorbell before we went upstairs, just so my parents knew to hide all the weed. And upstairs in the attic, like, you get up there, and the attic, it had its own fucking kitchen. There was a bedroom attached to it, which they turned into, like, a gym. There was, like, some free weights in there, like a place to do, like, curls and squats and bench presses and all that. And then there was, like, a little living room area and its own bathroom. Super cool. And that's not even to mention the backyard, which was pretty huge. Like, there was a big ass fire pit, like, kind of like a pizza oven, sort of, plus the grill. A little bit further back, that's where we had the above ground swimming pool. And this was, like, right off of the main boulevard in the west side of Charleston, which part of the reason it was free is because it was in a shit ass neighborhood. The west side of Charleston is that's where all the gang activity is. Yes, there are black people in West Virginia, and they're on the west side. And honestly, The gangs in Charleston aren't even the problem anymore. It's all the desperate drug addicts that'll rob you in broad daylight for a fix. In fact, you kind of look, if you find gang members, it's like a relief because they kind of scare away people like that. In fact, I got some friends that gang members kind of saved their asses from those people on a handful of occasions. Yeah, so if you're ever in Charleston, be sure to make friends with the local gang members. Those are the good ones. The cops won't help you, but the Bloods will. I'm catching up on comments. Let's see. I'm kind of a bitch, lol. I know, Kyle. Kyle, we have the power. We can make people funny. We've already made Kyle funny. Kyle's funny as fuck. My writing is all jumbled and needs work, haha. It's all good, man. We'll help you punch your shit up. Fuck with this. At least I pull this off. I'll finally have some real material. Kyle, you're killing it. Don't ever stop. You need to pull something off. Yeah, right? If not, you're dick, then something. Comedy. I can only kickflip on the carpet. It was a tile floor. I never got the hang of kickflipping. That never really clicked for me. All I knew how to do was like go forward, turn left and right, and do an ollie. I never advanced beyond that. I tried to, take skateboarding up to a different level, but first of all, I got like the cheapest possible skateboard. It was not like good, but I loved it anyway. And yeah, I just went out into the real world onto like actual pavement, and I decided that skateboarding wasn't for me after all. I should just stick to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. It's easy when I'm not trying, but when I actually have to make it solid and well thought out, my brain gets sticky, and it's not because I'm almost at max capacity. Well, one thing that I've noticed when it comes to any creative endeavor is that if you're like me anyway, and I suspect that you are, at least in this respect, you tend to be hypercritical of your own work, right? Like, anytime I ever write any comedy, I just kind of assume that it sucks, and, I just kind of, go up, I hit a mic, or I run it by you guys on CWG, and then I let you guys determine whether or not it was really all that funny. And a lot of the time, it is. So, as I've said, we will run it by us. We might hop in the Discord later after this. I don't know if I will. I'm gonna be tired and I have other stuff to do before I get to bed tonight. But at some point, I will check it out. And we will all help you, punch it up, do some rewrites. Or you might find, maybe, just maybe, you wrote some good shit and you're being too hard on yourself. That's a possibility too. Because we know you've proven to us time and time again that you really can do this. Just a matter of fucking going for it. And confidence will come with time, with practice, with, putting yourself out there and making people laugh. It's definitely not something that comes along in the beginning stages. Maybe a short Discord session is needed. Well, possibly. Yes, I totally agree. Maybe even a long Discord session or a medium Discord session. That's what it's there for. They can take our Facebook page, but they'll never take our Discord. And hopefully not our YouTube either. I would like to think that, you know, back when I got into streaming the first time, before I knew any of you guys, my plan A, even before I got on Twitch, was to stream on Facebook Live. And that's what I did for like my first 1 or 2 streams ever, was stream to Facebook. And then I had a friend, he's actually big on Facebook streaming. He's called the Fierce Diva. Y'all should really go check him out sometime. He's funny as fuck. He's not like a stand-up or anything, but he's a funny streamer, like an in-the-moment funny kind of way. I don't think he's ever really been interested in stand-up, but he's big on Facebook. Like, he has usually somewhere in the neighborhood of, like, his concurrent viewership it's in the hundreds, which is insane for Facebook. But he told me to not make Facebook my home for streaming. He kind of regrets that he did it, but that's where all of his fans are. He kind of pigeonholed himself. So it might be good that we're moving away from... I would say that it is good that we're moving away from Facebook. It's limiting, and Facebook just doesn't offer a lot of support. Like, me and Harmon still don't know exactly why all of this has been happening today. We're just kind of taking guesses, like there might have been a rat, we might have said a very naughty word a few too many times. It could be a lot of shit. It could be just like a mistake. Well, at the same time, there's people parading around hacking other people's Facebooks, and Facebook is like, well, that's fine. It's just... Facebook is very mismanaged in that sense, and it's not wonderful to be limited by the administrative incompetence of Facebook. YouTube isn't, like, perfect in that sense either, but if you raise enough hell, like on Twitter or something, about something that's going wrong with your YouTube, like you got demonetized on something for a bullshit reason, YouTube is a lot better about offering support. If you're a big enough creator on YouTube, you even get like your own YouTube representative to help you out with shit like that. Facebook has nothing of the sort. So I'm not optimistic a lot of shit in life. I let Kyle and our positive pothead offender be positive about things. I'm the guy who just wonders what's gonna go wrong and when and how are we gonna fix this. Because, hey, if I'm wrong, that's great. If I'm right, we're prepared. So. Let's see. Every time I write comedy, I assume it sucks, and by it, I mean... yeah. Confidence will come, but I won't. Kyle. That's right. I hope somebody clipped that speech I made earlier in the stream. I really want to post that to Instagram. Hell yeah, we thought you had big balls before, but now we know you're smuggling a bowling ball bag. Yeah, I'm prepared, but my bag has wheels and it's big enough to fit 2 balls. Man, oh man. Alright guys, we are going to take the shortest of breaks here. I forgot to fill the Stanhope cup before we got started, so I am going to go get the Stanhope cup, and we'll be right back. Oh, much better. Oh, let's see. Dude, I clipped you making the noise that a gay ghost makes. That's definitely going on the soundboard. Boo! Dude has the most viewers he's had all night, decides to take a break. Actually, I've been pretty steady at this amount, but awesome. My best jokes land when I'm just riffing. Haha. It's hard to have a set actually planned out. Boy, I know it. Like, I used to be really big into improv and in acting, and stand-up comedy just does not translate. There's a lot more to it. You really got to put yourself out there more. Hey, he's got to drain the snake sometime. Power move, Kyle, 10 pounds lighter. Never had the little twinge during a good piss break. I didn't take a piss break. I am loading up for a piss break. The piss break will come. But Kyle won't. Alright, back to it. Also, while I'm at it, we've almost slept through this album twice now. Let's do something different. Let's keep it vibey, same artist, different album. Here we go. Never had a little twinge during. Oh wait, no, I already read it. But yeah, I love a good piss shiver. Do girls do that too? Y'all ladies ever go "Ugh" when you're taking a fat fucking frothy piss? It's not a good piss unless you shiver, in my opinion. Back when I was younger, I used to think that the way a woman would get pregnant was when a man would take a piss inside of her. And I also recently found out, just a few years ago, that some folks actually be doing that. But I remember being about like 12 years old, shivering during a nice fat piss, and thinking to myself, yeah, I just came, and I came hard. Yeah, that's a good point, Amanda. Don't even know how that would work, Travis. Me either. Oh, haha, that is just raw saying. Yeah. I mean, some people really be getting pissed inside of. Like, I don't know if it was like a joke Reddit post or something, but it sounded real. Like, or maybe it was. Like, that's not something I've ever seen in, like, pornography before. Maybe I just haven't been looking hard enough. I guess it would feel kind of nice. I don't feel like it's super sanitary for the female partner involved. But, you know, there might be, like, products out of there. Like, I don't think a condom would do much for the situation. There's only so much capacity in those things. That's cool. Give us a whole new meaning to I'm pissed. Who said anything about female? Ooh. Also, I think I heard in like rap lyrics one time when I was a kid, something like a rap song about fucking, and dude was like, ooh, and make it hurt. And I was like, oh, it's gonna hurt? I don't want to have sex if it's gonna hurt. And then I just kind of didn't until I was well out of high school. Oh, that pattern just kind of blasted the Japanese naval flag through the stairs there. And again, look at that. I love how, like, most countries, they kind of abandoned the symbols of their imperial pasts. But Japan still supports that rising sun flag very proudly. I know that Japan is supposed to be like, they're not supposed to have an active military anymore after World War II. But I'll bet you anything, like our government be hiding some secrets. I am sure that the Japanese military is behind closed doors getting pretty down. Like, as soon as, like, if it ever is to pop off with China, I'll bet you anything, the Gundams are coming out. They've got Gundams, fellas. Mark my words. Let's see how this pattern is gonna turn out. sick. Oh, and we're at the top floor now. Oh, by the way, the guy speaking in the background of this song right now, he's called Alan Watts. If you guys like listening to like the Terrence McKenna YouTube videos, y'all would also really like Alan Watts. In fact, if you liked reading the Terrence McKenna books, highly suggest reading Alan Watts too. Specifically, there's this one book, it's called, like, the title of the book is literally called The Book. Subtitle, The Taboo Against Knowing Who You Are. Fucking fantastic read. It's the most peaceful, Vibecast approved way of becoming an absolute megalomaniac. Not really, not at all, but highly recommend it. WAP, yeah, I'll say. Fucking, I got gas. Good. I wish I had some more gas. I'm kind of sitting on empty right now. But thankfully, payday is the day after tomorrow, and that will all change very soon. Bacon got that white-ass power right now. More like that white-ass powder. Right, Kyle? I don't think her ass is tanned. Probably not. In fact, Bacon posted a picture of herself almost naked the other day. My first thought is, damn, she is almost whiter than I am. Which I am very white, y'all. Like, I'm on the level of white where I don't tan. If I'm out in the sun without sunscreen for longer than, and this is no exaggeration, like 5 minutes or so, I will fucking burn like a pizza in the oven. Like, my skin is so white I can reflect lasers into space. I'm quite white. It's just another reason why I don't think I could ever date a white woman. We need to kind of reverse those genetics a little bit. I don't want to have children that can be, like, destroyed by the sun in less time that it took to create them. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the new white Power Ranger. Trumposaur is my Zoid. I think it's Zord. Zoids was another. Zoids was actually really cool. Zoids was like, I don't know, it was like Voltron except with animals. Ooh, I need to bust that metal cleaner back out. Alright, so after this, we clean the outside of the tower, and then we go on a big, huge fucking marathon of finding all the spots that we missed along the way. I put Zord, I swear, stupid thumbs. It's all good. You made me reminisce about that old show, Zoids. I used to have, like, Like the models that you build of them? Oh shit. It's another one of my favorite old hobbies that I'll probably never have the time or money to get into again is model building. That shit fucked. Don't tell me I gotta drag the step stool all the way up here. I would love to not have to. I think I can get it from here. Oh. Here we go. Alright, we're in business. Aye. Well said. Alright. Thankfully, I think I have a good amount of metal cleaner left. Let's see. Oh yeah. Rarely used any of it. There we go. What fucking button did I just push? Huh. Oh shit, now I'm on top. That's wonderful, now I don't have to walk all the way back down. I don't think I've ever fallen from this height in this game before. I hope that there's still no fall damage. I dearly hope. Very, very, very carefully. I get this without the... Yes, I can. Alright, come on. Really bird attachment. Scared or dead. This is a very, very sensitive operation now. Almost there, guys. Sorry, I've been so quiet, I just don't want to fuck up and fall down. There we go. Sure, I just gotta clean the other side of those to get that. Is that dirt or a shadow? Probably both. Almost fell down, boys. My phone keeps on going off. Alright, so the other day, one of my friends, who is a former coworker of mine, came back to town. And me, her, and another one of my friends, who is another former coworker, we're all friends, we're all in the same group chat, we talk a lot. Both of them are black, and they convinced me while we were out to download this app called BLK, which basically what BLK is, for those of you who don't know, it's like Tinder, but for black people, right? Tell me why I got more matches on BLK in one day than I got on Tinder in the past fucking year, right? It's crazy. It was almost instantaneous. Like, I'm getting my dick sucked this Wednesday. It's fantastic. Like, the greatest advice I have to give my fellow white brothers is to give up on our fellow white sisters, right? Much better world. You don't have to worry about your children getting sunburnt so much. It's just better. But the eye is so far from eye. I wish there was no fall damage. Oh, I think I got 3 more minutes down. They thought you were Jake Coulter. I'm gonna have to talk to Jay Coulter about this. If he doesn't know, I gotta put him on. Yeah, I don't know if there's fall damage in this game. I've never fallen from this side before. I guess we'll find out. Fine. Alright. Yeah, I think I did what I needed to do up there. Down there, yeah. Yeah, I think I can only do like the next floor up. I don't think it'll reach any further. I'll press that one button again. Yeah. Ooh, beautiful. Alright, let me, you know what? There's another attachment I would like to buy. Hang on, what's the name of the thing that I'm using? Wait, hang on, bring it back. The Prime Vista 3000, okay. Alright, where is Prime Vista 3000? There should be an extendo nozzle. Where's the long one? Is there no long nozzle for this particular pressure washer? There's the one for the 1500, which is the first one. Oh, here it is. Alright. Let's try that out. Here we go. Yeah, that. Oh. Oh, this is a game changer. Man, I can get almost the entire tower with this thing. This is sick. I should have been using this for the longest time. Absolutely brilliant. I bet this would make like the wider nozzles work so much better too. Oh buddy, you're done. You are absolutely done. Have you seen Serena Williams' husband? You got this, Travis. I have not, but he's a lucky man. I'm half white. Do it for the better part of me. I don't know which is the better part of you. I assume by your name, Mexican? Which, hey, if I can find like a Latin equivalent of BLK, I'm gonna sign up for that shit too. Better believe it. I get very mixed reactions from the Latin American community when they figure out I can speak Spanish. 90% of the time it's along the lines of, oh wow, you took the time to learn Spanish. That's awesome. Most people wouldn't do that. Sometimes it's like, okay, I didn't want you to be able to understand my secret code language that I was using to discuss plans of robbing your store behind your back, but whatever. I guess I'll go rob a different department store instead. And sometimes it's advantageous. Not really a lot of the time, though. Alright, let's bust out the scaffolding. Run! Alright, this is literally just a straight building. Should be able to put it right up against there. Yeah, here we go. Now up to the top. There. Fucking love the extendo nozzle. Greatest shit ever. Such a game changer. Look at this, like, my wide nozzle is doing the same work as, like, the short angle nozzle was on the regular thing. Magnificent. I was expressing my unity in your white quest for black clam. Why, thank you. No black clams, but I do know that black pearl is more value. I think so, anyway. I read it in the book. Maybe the extendo nozzle isn't for all situations here. Shit. Can I, oh, that's already been clicked. This ain't no. Sure. Alright. Now, let's just take the ladder down. drop her right. We'll back it up a little bit this time. Right here. Now that I got the stem to a nozzle, I don't need to be so damn close. That's quick. Damn. So nice. And even on this new power washer that I got, this, the wide angle was basically useless before. It could get like a surface level off, but it didn't like actually get anything fully clean. I say that as I switch back to the short angle, but now it's like doing something, at least at a decently close range. Beautiful. Teensy little spots up there. I think I got it. Alright. And back. Make sure. Okay, yeah. Back down we go. That's how they do it in the professional world. They just get on the scaffolding and then jump down. Time is money, and there is nothing in the budget for climbing downstairs. It's only up. All up, no down, all gas, no brakes. Yeah, I use the wide angle so rarely I forget which way to scroll my mouse wheel to get to it. There's some spray paint up here I didn't see before. I love graffiti. I always hate to get rid of the graffiti. I'm juggling a lot with one. Did I get reviewed, lol? Oh shit, no, I forgot, Zach. Alright guys, so as I was telling y'all before, I got a lot of plans for what I'm gonna do when I have, like, you know, a full-time dedicated video editor, or whenever I have enough time to edit my own videos. But one of the projects I want to do, I discussed this on a previous episode, was a review series, where I review anything, whether it's, you know, video games, music, movies, comedy specials, food, abstract concepts, or, as Zach pointed out to me that I had said, I could review people, such as you guys. And Zach requested that I did a review of him. Now, one of the things that I had planned to do with the review the review series, and I had been planning this out for really years. Like, this is the first YouTube project that I ever wanted to do. Like, this idea has been rolling around in my head since like 2018. Is I was gonna have make like a character to do the reviews, right? Zach, I said I would do your review tonight. I kind of want it to be a little bit more polished than just something right off the top of my head. Spoiler, you're getting a perfect score. But, let's see. So, let's leave it up to you guys. Like, when I'm reviewing Zach, what qualities of Zach do you think that I should review? Right? Like, what's the angle gonna be for this one? If I can get you guys to give me, like, a good angle for it, then, I'll go ahead and just do it right now. Tell me I can at least get to that. Here we go, here we go. Oh, I barely even tried on this side. But anyway, the character I was gonna do for the review series, and like I even fucking bought like a pink suit to do it with too. I was going to call this character the Flamingo, but a certain Flaminio kind of ruined that. So like I bought a pink suit, I bought a French cuff shirt with, you know, flamingo cufflinks. But I lost 70 pounds since I bought that suit, and it's not really wearable anymore anyway. It was custom made too, linen, so fucking cool. But tell me something I don't know. Alright. Or you know what? Maybe I could keep the name Flamingo and just kind of bring integrity back to that name, to that whole fucking animal. Like, we're not gonna let one guy ruin an entire bird, are we? I also found out that there's another quite popular streamer out there called The Flamingo, but he ain't doing what I'm doing. He don't got a review series. Well, I mean, neither do I, but I will. Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do the review right now. Let me get into character. I'll need a sip of water first. Hello and welcome to Flamingo Reviews. In today's series, we'll be reviewing one Zachary No Breaks Estrada. Zachary No Breaks Estrada is a human chicken nugget living in the Great Plains of the United States of America. In these Great Plains, there is a great man, a great nugget man, and his name is No Breaks. And you may be wondering, if this man is a nugget, or this nugget is a man, how great can this man nugget be? Well, I shall tell you. The nugget man, Zach Estrada, is the greatest man. In fact, better than you, better than your man, your worthless husband. This man is amongst, if not the #1 supporter of the greatest podcast on the modern internet, the Comedy Writers Guild. He is our greatest supporter, our greatest ally, our greatest brother in arm. Zach No Breaks Estrada. We are great love, support,
creativity, and most importantly, lasers. Zach No Breaks Estrada gets 5 arms out of 1 limb. Thank you for joining. Good night. There. And that was a very impromptu, abbreviated flamenco review of Zach No Breaks Estrada. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Ooh, there's some shit I missed in here. Boy howdy. It's like I didn't even try. There we go. Let's go up and down this place one more time, see what I missed and where. Thank you. Glad you like that. I'm gonna make it like a full series at some point. Like I said, I just need a full-time dedicated editor, and I want to be able to like pay them what they're worth to do it, because I am going to be a pretty demanding boss. Like, it's like what I'm doing, it would be a little bit more involved than like the editing that would be involved for a podcast. Like, not that I'm saying that, you know, that type of editing is for the weak, but like I want to get like the kind of editing that you would see like on Markiplier's channel, or like The Boys or PewDiePie's old videos. Lots and lots of very strenuous work. Oh, we are truly almost done. We got 2 window frames, 1 wall, a spotlight, a couple spotlights, and 2 office walls. Okay, yeah, we're a lot further along than I thought. Just gotta get the top of the slate here. That was easy. Thankfully, I figured out that I can tell what needs to get got, because these things have like little health bars on them. This light is gonna drive me fucking nuts. I didn't say to go up there. Just gotta keep my eyes peeled for the health bars on these things. Didn't need no fucking ladder for that. Alright. So, to the windows, to the wall, till the sweat drips from my balls. I'll do some research, added computer editing to my list a few weeks ago, anywho. Word. That's awesome. It's probably one of these here. Oh, and there's an office wall that needs to... Aha! Window. Probably need that damn ladder back. Run! Can we run with the ladder? I guess not. That shit ain't ocean. Alright, which window? Right here. Ooh, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, 2 drill tower walls that I missed? Alright, and 2 office walls and walls. Alright, well these are the office walls here. I'm guessing it must be up? Probably? Maybe? Yeah, it's gotta be. And 1 just regular wall that I missed somewhere along the lines. Watch the health bar. Oh, this. So nasty still. There we go. Didn't hardly get that side at all.
Alright. Yeah, and I have to assume the office walls are like up. And then I gotta go back to the drill tower. Alright, so if not here... Oop. Alright, I'm looking at these health bars. They're not of a ton of assistance. Did y'all see something I didn't? Yes, I caught to the windows to the walls. What's happening is probably my favorite single song from back in the day. Yeah, I know. I probably haven't even listened to it till back in the day. I know that there's more lyrics than just that, but that's all the lyrics I can remember. What fucking office wall did I miss? Alright, well... we'll let it sit for now. Okay. This drill tower wall should be easy. Because it's just this outside one. And with the new Stendo sprayer, won't be a thing to get it. Is that... There. Now it's just those gosh damned, I mean gosh darned office walls. Like, I literally cannot fathom which ones. This, perfectly clean. That, perfectly clean. Like, I'm looking at those health bars, and there ain't shit on them. This one clean. It's broken up into sections or something, maybe? Clean, 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 clean. And there's no more office than that. And apparently there's not one but two walls. That's all clean. That's clean. This is clean. And that's not even a wall. It's all clean. I feel like I'm going crazy. And this was all clean too. What am I missing, guys? Am I supposed to go inside or something? And once I figured out about the health bars, I thought I had this shit all figured out. Is there another office? Is there a secret office? Like, I'm looking hard up at the top left corner for, you know, any surprise walls to the office. I don't get it. I'm just gonna spray along all of the edges here. Maybe that somehow will do it. In my way. Other side, second floor, I think. Okay. Other side, second floor. Like right here? Did you mean like around over here? Opposite? The latency is killing me here. There, but left. Like here? Spray around the border of this anyway. I'm thinking there's got to be like a second office, maybe? Yeah, it can't be that because the health bar was at 0. I'm starting to think like maybe there was like a glitch. Maybe if I restart this. Like I'm hitting that highlight dirt button too. And there ain't shit coming up. There is nothing. Maybe there's an office over here. Are you an office? Are you an office? Are you an orifice? Can I put you in my orifice? Sent that damn thing to Jupiter. Please get clean. Alright. I'm thinking it has to be a glitch. I'm gonna like save and I'm gonna restart the whole damn thing. Bear with me, folks. Turn it off and back on again. Jesus Louises, guys. %. We're almost there. Alright, see if anything changed. Yeah, 2 office walls. Perfectly clean. Perfectly clean. Perfectly clean, perfectly clean. Perfectly clean, perfectly clean. 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 Perfectly clean and clean. It's a whistle. This is part of why I want to like live in like a house with an absolute minimum of neighbors, because I feel like the only appropriate response to what's currently happening is screaming. I would very much like to scream right now, but I can't because it's after quiet hours and screaming would be fun. I think I just figured it out. I think I just figured it out, guys. Ooh, buddy. Job complete. Yeehaw. Ooh, I got an achievement. Tall order. Oh. Okay, well, I think I hacked that. I got the achievement for completing the job without using the scaffolding. And, yeah, I definitely didn't use any scaffolding, guys. Oh boy. That was a good one. I love watching this part. I don't think it included me rushing around the fire station several times over trying to look for the wolves that I missed. Yay, Kyle. Yay, me. Nice work. I feel cleaner too for some reason. As we all should. Alright. Well. What do we got in store for us next time? No, not even any buildings. We got a fire truck to clean. We got a old-timey dildo to clean. And what appears to be an old-timey Subaru WRX to clean. And, yeah. Hopefully there's at least one more map big enough to make a podcast out of. That, or we're gonna have to move on to Stardew, which, before I get off of here, so I'm eventually gonna run out of maps on this, and I don't want this whole series, because I want Vibecast to last forever, and, you know, Power Wash Simulator, it's gonna wear out at some point. So I was thinking of what I could do for when I eventually wear out Power Wash Simulator. You guys seemed to enjoy Stardew Valley last week. I might just start like a fresh playthrough of that to do with you guys. There's also other games similar to this out there. There's one called Flight Simulator. Maybe. First of all, Flight Simulator, it's really better if you have like a big joystick or something, which I have no money for that. And I've already tried Elite Dangerous, which is kind of like Flight Simulator, just in space, and I don't know, I felt like it was a little bit distracting. Of course, when you're playing Flight Simulator, you're just flying from A to B. You don't have to, you know, warp from airport to airport, which that got kind of annoying. It's okay when I'm playing by myself, but when I'm trying to do a podcast and it's like frame shift drive activated, it was a bit much. I was thinking crime scene simulator, crime scene cleaner simulator, or just crime scene cleaner rather. There was another game. They did it on the Boys channel. They released an episode earlier today. It's called the Backrooms Cleaner. You go in the backrooms and clean. It gets a little bit of intense though, because, you know, shit comes out and tries to kill you, and that could be distracting. Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto, yeah, I would definitely play that on stream, but I wouldn't do it for Vibecast. I would do it for the Monday thing. Like any like high energy games that require more focus than just blasting dirt off of a wall, I don't think is for Vibecast. Even Stardew Valley is kind of pushing it. But yeah, we'll see how long it takes me to clean those 3 fine vehicles next week, and unless I can think of something better, we'll probably jump into Stardew Valley. But anyway, we can talk more about that on, I'll probably make a post on the FireDjinn Facebook page, or we could talk about it in Discord, which, you know, there is a FireDjinn Media Discord as well. Link is in the description. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming out. If you liked the stream, I would love it if you left a like. If you're not subscribed, I would love it if you subscribed. That really helps me out. Bell notification if you want to know exactly when I'm going live. Tell your friends, tell your family, get everyone in on this. I'd love to have more people here, converse with as many folks as possible. It's free and open to anyone who wants to participate. But that's about it, guys. I will see you guys this Thursday on CWG one way or another. Good night.